What's up guys, Sleepz here with another episode of my journey to an Ultimate Team, and I am back at the channel. I know I didn't upload for a few days there, but don't worry guys, I have not abandoned the YouTube channel. I was just a bit busy this weekend, had some things to do, got that all taken care of, and now we are back uploading. So we have to catch up because I actually have footage as old as Thursday when I redeemed my rewards. And this is part of the Path to Glory SBC promo that was still going at the time. I just wanted an additional 15k pack to open along with my rewards. And you guys know that we did place Gold 1 yet again, giving us our 50,000 coins and 2 100k packs. And in today's episode, we actually packed something quite decent from these rewards for once. So we're going to start off with this 15k pack. And things did start off looking fairly decent because we do actually get a boards player, as you guys can see. But the player wasn't anybody all that amazing. It's a Spanish cam, and it is Borja Valero. So nothing good in that pack, but that's okay. I always just like to have smaller packs. I feel like you just get a little bit luckier when you have some smaller packs to warm up the big boys. And there we do get Borja Valero and Fernandinho. We're going to store those guys and quick sell the rest before we move on to the big boys. And now, I did mention to you guys that the Path to Glory promo was still going on. You guys can tell just by the flares there and all that we're getting one of those. And it's actually one of the better ones. I was hoping it wasn't like Payet. There was a couple of other French players there that weren't worth very much, but we do get Bakayoko, and Bakayoko, you guys are going to see now, I'm going to look for his price on the market, was going for quite a pretty penny. Basically, if you pack anything that's worth over 100,000 coins, to me that is a very decent pull. And you guys can see here that Bakayoko is going for 102,000 coins at the very least. There we saw an open bid, and we're going to send him to the transfer list. We're going to store all these guys and quick sell the duplicates, and we still have another 100k pack to go, so let's keep this thing moving. And you guys can see here it is going to be a billboard player, and basically I think if you get 100k back, you're almost guaranteed a billboard player, but it's not going to be anybody great. It is the Aduriz 84 overall, which we will of course store in the club, because you guys saw last time around I had quite a few 84s, players similar to Aduriz that are pretty much worthless, but when those SBCs come around, they do sell for something decent. Inside the pack though, we also had Salah, who was going for roughly maybe 5,000 coins, and I knew Florenzi sold for something. That's why I didn't even bother checking his price. I know he goes for upwards of 10,000. So moving on to some trading, and I use the word trading loosely because we have a bit of a situation in our hands with this Overmars. So you guys see here I won this Overmars, Prime Overmars at that, for 733,000 coins. Now, at the time when I bought this card, I always check Footbin before I make these purchases. And you guys see here, there's one for 733, not even selling, 735, not even selling. So I bought this one the night before, and I checked his price on Footbin. I always check the average price that he was going for on that day. And on that day, he was going for around 785,000. And actually a week ago, he was going for 900k. So when I picked him up for 733, as you guys can see by this graph, how his price has sort of moved over the past few days. When I picked him up for 733, I thought that was an amazing purchase. I'm like, oh, I'm going to easily flip this for 780, 800, maybe even more. And he's gone down basically. It's been a bit of a struggle to sell him. I don't know what happened. It was literally from one night to the next morning, his price just absolutely tanked, and I have not been able to sell him. So I really don't know what I'm going to do with him. So anyway, that's what's going on with Overmars. Moving on to what you guys just saw on the transfer list, we sold a bunch of our players. You saw we got 115,000 coins for Bakayoko, which was the main thing to see there. And that is how we got on in Weekendly. We managed to place Gold 1 again with 28 wins, yet again, one shy of making Elite 3. So moving on to player stats, you guys see here that Mertens is kind of falling off. This is the main player I wanted to focus on. Only 71 goals in his 97 appearances. That's not terrible, but when you compare it to most strikers, I feel like if you have a decent striker, they get roughly a goal a game. He has nearly 30 less goals than games played, which is a bit shocking, so might get rid of him soon. He just doesn't seem to be performing as well as he used to. And finally, to finish catching us up basically at this point, this is our Sunday pack that we get for pre-ordering the Ronaldo edition of the game. And we do get a billboard player, but it's nobody great. It is Otamendi. So we're all cut up. This is basically what you guys have seen is just random footage that I managed to record from Thursday up until Sunday. And this is it. So we're all caught up. And today we are going to first make a signing, because after many attempts of using Bonucci, I think that Bonucci is not terrible, but at the end of the day, I simply think he is just too slow to be part of an elite team. Essentially, there's just too many pacey players that you're going to come up against, and he single-handedly cost me several goals over the past few weeks, and I just know I can't use him anymore. Like he's not bad, but I need somebody quicker. And this Hero Benatia has just come out recently, and he looks absolutely incredible. 76 pace, he's got 91 strength, and I had the normal Benatia, which I felt was a little bit clumsy. Maybe it's because his defending was a little bit lower. This card looks incredible. 87 defending, 84 physical. He's got great jumping. I think him and Chiellini partnered at the back. That's arguably the best center back partnership in Serie A. Maybe you can argue Manolas is a little bit better just because he's slightly quicker, but I think we're going to try this Benatia now. He looks absolutely amazing. And let's move on to this first match of the episode. Finally. Okay. So this guy's got a 4-3-2-1 Brazilian/Ligue Premier League hybrid. He's got Neymar, Gabriel Jesus, a couple of decent players in there. We do create the first chance there with Mertens. The rebound does fall to Marquisio from a tight angle, and Marquisio cannot finish. This is a huge bullet that we dodged here, as this ball, have a look at that. He basically had 3 bites at the cherry, and none of those attempts managed to find the back of the net. We finally make the breakthrough here. Gomez just super calmly and super coolly takes it past one and just rolls that one into the corner, making it 1-0. Mertens is going to have a decent look at goal here as he gets the ball from João Mario, and from the top of the box, he's going to try to pop a shot in there, but Ederson is up to the task to make this save. We are going to finally increase our lead to 2-0 as we're kind of just teasing his defender. We managed to find some free space, get this ball off to Perisic. It comes off the crossbar after a save, but on the rebound, there's no way Perisic is going to miss that one. So we're up 2-0, and we are going to kill this game off completely, making it 3-0. You can tell at this point he's playing a little bit more aggressively. A simple 1-2 did him in the box, and Mertens with the first time finish, killing this one off completely. So we win 3-0, and the good thing about that is, one, we got a clean sheet, which shows maybe Benatia was doing his job well enough, and two, I'm not going to say we were really in a relegation battle because we had 3 games to get 1 point, but we do manage to just clinch Division 1, I guess you can say. We're still in it. We're not going down, and we got, I think, about 8,000 coins for it. So moving on to what we are finally going to get around to doing, and that is making a B team. Now, I want to tell you guys right now that I did not buy any crazy expensive players. Black Friday is this Friday, so it would just be stupid to buy a very expensive team knowing that the player prices are going to drop. I think the biggest market crash has arguably already happened, but the amount of packs that are going to be open on Friday, these players are going to tank in price, like the expensive goals like Hazard, players like that, Hazard, De Gea, Pogba, those players are going to see a dip. So there's no point in buying very expensive players. We're going to wait for that little dip in the market, and like I said a few episodes ago, that's when we are going to make our move. So we basically bought... It is basically a budget team, but we've got quite a few decent players. We've got some 83s, 82s, and I didn't buy a full 11. You guys see me buying basically half a team because I had quite a few players in my club that I knew I could just throw into the squad, and I knew it would not be necessary to buy them. And I think some of those players were, I had a center back partnership already. I decided to use Jimenez as well as Umtiti at the back. So that's a decent enough strike or center back partnership, I should say. And you guys have seen I have bought up top Bakambu as well as Gamero. We also bought Asensio, which looks very, very good in this game. He finally got a decent card. His card last year wasn't all that great. He's got a very good card this year at Cam and all that. We bought Saul for the midfield. I already had Paulinho in my club, which is arguably one of the best box-to-box midfielders in La Liga. We bought Asenjo in goal, Gaia at left back. I already had Juan Fran for right back, and that is the team completed. And we also bought Nzonzi, which, like I said, I went for the cheaper option. Casemiro, you can argue, is better, but Nzonzi is an absolute tank of a man. He's huge. He's got very good defending, extremely good physical, and I think this team will do fine, just enough to get us until the Black Friday market crash. So moving on to the final match of the episode, I did want to give you guys at least one match with this new team, and we come up against a full Manchester United team, apart from Oxlade-Chamberlain out there at right mid. This guy does get the first goal though, and you're going to see it is one of the most ridiculous goals. I mean, this is what triggers people, EA. When things like this happen, this is when you trigger your player base, okay? Martial takes that ball, volleys it on the left foot. He basically volleys it straight into the ground, and then my keeper dives early for some strange reason, and it goes right over him. You guys are going to see exactly how terrible that save was on this replay, which is why I'm including it. Have a look at this save from Asenjo. I mean, what are you doing? Was that save really that difficult? Am I missing something here, guys? So a bit disappointing to go down 1-0 like that, but we do manage to draw level. Asensio with a decent shot, and I can just tell his shooting feels absolutely incredible. I'm very happy with how he felt there on that finish. And right here, we do manage to win that ball off of Pogba, but unfortunately it falls to Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic passes that to Lukaku, and at that point Lukaku is all alone, just him and the goalkeeper, and you definitely do fancy Lukaku to finish that opportunity. He makes it 3-1. He works that ball over to Oxlade-Chamberlain, and I think that's something I have to implement into my game a little bit more. It seems like I see a lot of people using the low-driven finesse shot, and they seem to be extremely efficient. So I think that's something I'm going to practice, try to incorporate that more into my game. We managed to pull one back. He basically went short from the goal kick. We intercepted and got the rebound there with Bakambu. And then Gamero here with a huge opportunity, but it does come off of the post with that volley. He does create a very good chance here. Ashley Young, he doesn't have the greatest finishing, I guess, but that is definitely a save that Asenjo had to make, and that was a huge one for us. But in the 88th minute, we're just basically standing up our defender here. We finally managed to cut it back to Saul, and Saul managed to equalize in the 88th. But you guys know this is FIFA, and it is very difficult for some reason to defend from kickoff. And right there, I'm not really sure what I did wrong. I mean, I had two defenders in front of Lukaku. I forced it onto his weaker side, but somehow, some way, it just didn't matter. He low-driven shot, still went in, and he wins that one in the dying minutes to make it 4-3. So overall, I wouldn't say I was that disappointed with the performance. We got a little bit unlucky with the Martial goal. That goal at the end, I felt like I defended well. The goal where we nicked the ball off Pogba, but Ibrahimovic got it back anyways. So I'm not disappointed in the team. I'm not going to go ahead and call it a BPL curse already like our last fitness team. So anyhow, to round off this episode, guys, you see we did sell our Bonucci, which we replaced with Benatia for 82,000 coins, and we are sitting on a pretty decent coin stash. I really hope I can move that over Mars in the next few days. What I'm basically hoping is that his price will go up prior to Weekend League. That's basically my only hope. I have to sell him for a minimum of 770,000 coins to get my money back. So that is my goal, to at least get my money back. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you're all enjoying the series. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.